Okay, so today we're going to start talking about supporting details. Supporting details. Raise your hand if you've heard about supporting details before. Okay, raise your hand if you've heard of them but you would not want to try to explain them to me. Okay, put your hands down please. Alright, we're going to talk a little bit about supporting details today, but before we do, I'm going to tell you a little story. Alright? So, one time when I was in Japan, I went on this mountain and I saw monkeys. It was pretty fun. Come on, it was a great story.
No.
Why don't you look interested? What's the matter? Yes?
There's no details.
You're right. There were no details. Okay, and you guys had heard that story before, except you heard all the details in it before. Who can remember some of the details that were in that story before? Okay, and what was the main, actually, who can remember what the main idea of my story was? Yes? That was a different story. Think about the monkey story. You remember the, let me retell it, and you'll think about the main idea. So, one day, when I was in Japan, I went on a trip, and I've seen monkeys a couple of times over there, but one trip that I went on, I actually went to the top of this mountain, and I was driving around, and I saw monkeys. The monkeys were so cute, especially the little baby monkeys. They were up on their parents' backs, and they were just playing, and they looked like little children. And they were really, really interesting. Now, as we were driving around, you know, I could see them in the woods, and I wanted to feed them, but I wasn't supposed to, so I didn't feed them. And I just kept driving, and I could hear them howling as it got dark, and communicating to each other and talking. Part of me really wanted to run right into the woods and see what they were doing, but another part of me was really scared of it. But it was just really interesting for me, and I learned that monkeys in Japan could be really interesting and really fun. So what was the main idea of my story? Yep.
Monkeys.
What about them? Give me a sentence. That's a nice topic. That's the topic of my story. So I can write that here for a topic. What was the main idea? Yes?
Cute monkeys in Japan.
Cute monkeys in Japan. That would make a great title for my story. Cute monkeys in Japan. I like that title. I want a main idea. Yes?
I went on a trip and I saw cute, interesting monkeys.
Okay. All right. And there's another piece I would want to add to that. I'm going to say, I saw cute, interesting monkeys on my trip in Japan. Okay, that's the main thing I'm talking about. That's the main thing I'm talking about. The cute, interesting monkeys I saw on my trip to Japan. All right, that's the main idea. Now, what details did you hear in my story? Okay, I told you I may have shared some different details this time than I shared last time. But what details did I share for you in my story? Yes.
You shared the details of you were getting scared.
All right. So, what was I scared of?
The monkeys howling.
Okay, I was scared of.
The last time you told us the story, you added like the car up on the wires on the, and you added the monkey stealing your camera.
Oh yes, I added those details. So I could add that in too, and then I'll have someone else. So the monkeys stole my camera. What else? Yes?
It's dark at night, and you can hear like
Okay. Scared of the monkeys howling. It was dark. that night. Okay, what else? What other details do we have? Yes?
We're wondering how tiny would that be.
Oh, that's an excellent question. And you'd want to write that right in your question section when you're coming up with a question. Give me some more details. Yes?
Is it interesting?
Yeah, what? Tell me more.
You said
Interesting is a describing word. It's an adjective. And what did I say was interesting? Do you remember? The trip, the monkeys. Does anyone remember what I said was interesting? He's got a great adjective there. Yes?
the monkeys were interesting.
The monkeys were interesting, for sure. Monkeys were interesting. And who can tell me one more detail? Who can tell me one more detail? So the monkeys were interesting. It was dark at night. The monkeys stole my camera. I was scared of the monkeys howling. Oh, there's one more really cute detail that you guys aren't remembering. They were so cute, too. Yes? Yes? Who was cute? Who did I say was especially cute? Yes? The baby monkeys. They were so cute. Okay? The baby monkeys were cute. All right. Now, do you guys see what we did here? You guys see what we did with this hand? Okay. I kind of like to think of these hands as a hand paragraph. You can put your main idea right here. It's main, right? It's the big part of your hand. Okay, everybody do this. Touch your hands. Think about it. Kind of like clapping. All right, and if you do your main idea correctly, you would hear nice clapping. Okay, on the main part of your hand. Then these things here, my fingers, are my details. And you can even count them. Let's see, my main idea. I saw cute, interesting monkeys in Japan. Okay, or the monkeys in Japan were cute and interesting. Let me see what I can think of for details of that. They were cute and interesting. Oh, the babies were cute. The monkeys stole my camera. See how I can feel the details on my fingers? If you won't go wrong if you do this, guys. You've got a main idea sentence here. And then you have a detail, 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 detail. Okay, isn't that cool? And then you can tie it together, your paragraph together. You can write another main idea sentence. Remember, just like yesterday when we talked about how universals are everywhere. Okay, and we had a main idea sentence at the beginning and at the end of our paragraph. Think about if you tie that paragraph together that way, how strong it's going to be. Everybody try that. Open up your paragraph, which is really your hand. Open it right up, okay? And then put your main idea, okay? Put in a detail. Oh, actually, put in a detail, a detail, a detail, a detail. Put another detail in and tie it together. Does that feel strong to you?
Yeah.
Tie it right together. Look at that. You have a nice, strong paragraph right there that you're holding in your hand. Okay? So, you guys are actually now going to try this. Okay? I want you to kind of think about your research that you've been doing. And think about a main topic for your research. You want to think about a main idea for your research. You know they're your topics. Is there anyone in here who doesn't know what your topic is by now? Okay, good. Everyone knows their topics. You can even write your topic on the paper if you want to. You're going to trace your hand. Okay? If you need help tracing your hand, I can help you with that. Okay? That's no problem at all. And then you're going to write a main idea right in the middle of your palm. There. Okay? And then you're going to write a detail for each of the fingers. Okay? So, that's what we're going to do next. I will give you your paper, and if you have questions, I will answer them.